then I saw another man came. He had a black hooded sweatshirt on, and the two of them were crouched together at the back of the sliding doors here. And at that point is when I started hearing some scraping or tapping on the back doors, and both of them crowded together here right at the locks. And then I realized, oh my gosh, these guys are trying to break in here. The 911 operator said, where are these gentlemen at? I said, they're at the back of my house. Where are you at? I said, I'm in the front of my house, in my bedroom. She says, can you lock your bedroom door? I said, yes. So at that point I locked my door. She said, stay on the line, of which I did. And it couldn't have been about a minute later, then I saw the Summit County Sheriff. He pulled up to my driveway. And at that point, I looked, and when I peeped around the corner is when both these guys jumped on top of me. The one slammed me to the ground, and that's when I've got my leg got injured. In the process of coming down on the baseboard, my drywall got nicked up and slammed into. Both of them were on top of me, trying to hold me down. The one had me in a neck choke hold and held me around the neck tight to try to knock off my air. And at that point, he also had his other hand, which he had gloves on. Both had these masks obstructing their face, kind of like a ninja mask, and where you couldn't see their face, all you saw was their eyes because they're hooded. He had his hand with his glove on over my face, my nose, and my mouth, of which I got a bloody nose in the process, and he tore my lip. Nonetheless, he choked my neck, and at that point, they were trying to keep me held down. I'm thinking perhaps they might have seen the sheriff at the back of the house, and that's why they bolted in, and that's where they landed on top of me to keep me subdued and down, and to try to keep me quieted. At that point, Officer Wes Dobbins entered into my home about 30 feet in front of my fireplace. He had his gun drawn, and it took him several times where he shouted out, and they did not want to get off of me. And at that point is when finally they realized that he had control of the situation matter. And the ligature cable then was thrown off into the hallway. They also had some plastic cable ties for tying somebody up. They also had a walkie-talkie clipped onto his waist, police scanner going to a headset. Somewhere at or about in that time frame was a neighbor that came in and gave one of the sheriffs an license plate number and said that it looked that this vehicle was suspicious being on the street a day or two before, and that she just wrote down the license plate number of this car, which matched up to the car where these thugs parked, and they parked on Old 8 at the Rittenauer building about 1,200 feet from here, Crowfly, and then that's where they walked through the adjoining yards to the back of my house.